So this is so embarrassing. All right, I added him. Yeah, you guys say, okay, there we go. What's up, dude? But let me
Nice.
volume up. There we go. There we go. Dude, I don't know why I'm literally the worst at like getting these lives started.
Oh,
I
all good,
I
brother.
feel like an old man. It's like awful.
You figured it out. I'm proud of you.
Well, yeah, I got everybody yelling at me in the comments. Click on his comment. How's it going, Mike? You know what's funny is I just saw that video you posted on TikTok about how you made Fallen, and I know it was actually live from today because you're still wearing the same hat shirt
Same
combo out here.
thing.
You know what's wild? I brought some things to show you. I don't know if you remember the first time we interviewed, whatever it was, 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. This is what you actually looked like. Can you believe that? This is what you actually
Ah!
look like. And
Ah!
then now we need to talk about something because this is what you're looking like now out here. So I got it. What is it? Steroids? What is
Uh,
happening? How did this happen?
um, Quarantine, man. I've been so bored that I've actually found working out to be fun finally. So,
Oh my! So this wasn't even a plan. Like for 2020, I'm gonna make it my year. I'm gonna get jacked. It was like, well, I got nothing else going
I,
on.
I actually had a friend Brian on tour who he's huge. He was our security for a while, and he got me working out on tour. Um, and I started to like love it because I felt awake in the morning. Actually, like if you start your day working out, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I have energy now. I don't have to chug a Red Bull to, get through meet and greets and stuff. It was nice. Uh,
Right? You're like, wow. I actually feel. Wait, are you still like? Have you started like with the diet and everything, like gluten and all that,
uh,
or
if I
mostly
go,
working out?
if I go that far, and honestly, I was so scrawny that dieting probably would be bad for me. Like,
Okay.
but taking like protein shakes and all that, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that I brought this picture because I want to know. So this was the full picture. It was the promo that you guys used to come back at it, announced falling. Behind the scenes of taking this picture, was it quite obvious when looking at it? Everyone was like, "All right, why you got to show off your boys like Jonah, Zach,
Well,
Corbin, and all them?" Were they like, "Whoa, come on now"?
Jack, Jack said after we took it, Jack said, oh, what did he say? He said, could you copy and paste Daniel's arm on the
I mean, because it's
Jack,
just so
Jack
blatantly
will
sticks
always
out.
Jack will say it as it is always. He's hilarious. But yeah, man, me and Corbin have been working out together a ton lately. He's getting big quick. I'm like scared. He's
What?
gonna
So
up
what?
real.
What brought this on? Were you getting a little tummy, or you just literally were just bored?
No, literally the quite opposite. I was like, man, I am skinny. Like,
Uh-oh. You had to put on some mass.
I don't know. I just, I was like, literally, I think quarantine made it more of a thing for me where I was like so bored. Bro, I bought scuba gear for my pool. That's how bored I got. I
Hold
was,
up. Like the mask tank and everything?
yeah,
What
and
what is your pool, like 10 feet deep? Like what?
because it's pretty warm there. But yeah, no, it's like 6 feet deep. It's not deep at all.
It's
But
like,
bro, I was just so bored. And so between scuba diving, working out, eating, and making music, that was my whole quarantine. That
just
was all I was
relax, man. Well, talk to me about, because you guys took a little bit of time off at the beginning of this year, not knowing that COVID was going to hit, obviously. Was it right to work on the album? Because we all know the usual. It's like when you're in a band that gets some success, it's you put out music, you play it live. You put out music, you play it live. Were you able to actually take some time for yourself before the whole coronavirus, or was it like right to the studio?
Yeah, I mean, we originally planned on being gone maybe 3, 4 months. Um, and
Yeah.
yeah,
A little bit longer than that, I guess.
a little bit. Um, and we had a good portion of the album already done from tour, so we wrote a
Oh,
lot
okay.
on the road. And then honestly, we wrote maybe two more songs to add to it, kind of in that time. Because for me, being on the road, I was dying to get home and work on music. That's
Yeah, okay.
like I love touring, but by the end of 3 years straight of touring, we had about 2 weeks off tops that whole time.
Jeez, man.
I really wanted to get home and just like work on the music now. Like there's like I feel like that's how the world of an artist works is you usually tour for a cycle like a year or so and then you go work on the album and then go back on the
Yeah,
road. We
yeah.
came while putting out music, so it's kind of this whole just all happening at once. So
Damn.
being home for me was like the chance to be like let's really like make this what we know it could be
Okay.
this there. But Fallen came during the quarantine time, so we would have been on the road, and Fallen probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
existed if it happened.
Well, yes, because you said Fallen was like the last song that you guys wrote and finished, and then that
Yeah,
was the first one you released.
a couple songs came out of quarantine, and it was kind of crazy. We hit this moment of just, like, I'm
Clarity.
different. Oh my goodness, like we really, I think quarantine hit, and we suddenly had like a real break. Like we weren't as, I guess, we have to get this done right now. We were like, we don't even know what's gonna happen. So everyone I feel like the whole music industry and everyone is like, this is weird. I can sit back and relax.
There's no deadlines. There's nothing going on right now. What the
So
hell?
it was nice in a weird way. It was terrifying in another sense because, you know, that obviously COVID is like a serious thing, and we had, I got it at one point, and it was terrible.
So so you did have it. Okay.
I had it.
What were your symptoms like?
Oh, bro, I was taking like 5 Advil a day probably because I was sore. And it's kind of hard to breathe. But besides that, it wasn't terrible. But I was I remember when I had it, I was like, I don't know what this is, but this isn't normal. First, I was having growing pains, and like, God, no, I'm too skinny to taller. Please, God, no.
Anybody help? I love it. Well, I'm glad you recovered. Do you have like any like lasting stuff going on? Or are you good?
Any what?
Like any like lasting effects, or like you're solid now?
No, I'm good now. I actually tested positive again after that once, and I can't tell if I had test or not, but I had no symptoms, so it was kind of weird. And then I tested 2 weeks later after sitting in my room and doing nothing again. But yeah, man, weird times. But it's hard too, because honestly, this album, a big purpose of this album was kind of envisioning it live.
Yeah.
And we all play instruments, and finally had this time to really rehearse playing instruments and
dude.
get ready for this crazy live show that we have planned. And now we're just kind of sitting on it. And, you know, again, silver lining is now we can just make it even crazier. But
so, all right, so you got like a set thing ready to go. You're just waiting for it to be okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. The show is insane. But again, and now we have time to, you know, I feel like every artist when they get on the road, I wish we did that differently and all that. Now we have the time to really figure out what the perfect show will be. But this whole album is meant to be performed live. Like if you've heard Fallen, you know the drums are like asking for a banging like PA.
Right?
It out.
So wait, so what was the process as far as like, because I love Fallen, obviously watching the video, you know where you got your influences from for the song, Kanye with the black skinhead drum beat mixed with, what was it, Love?
Horns.
There we go. Yeah. So like with that, was that you kind of like started off and then your other guys just jumped in, or was it like a full together all from the beginning?
Yeah. So I had been sitting on Electric Love for a long time. Like months of listening to that song being like,
I need this.
Dude, I don't know why it's not the biggest song ever, because that song to me is like incredible. I mean, just every aspect of it, lyrically, productionally, melodically, I'm like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
For a long time, I was like, I really want a song like this. And a big goal for us with this new album was to add energy to our live show. We did a lot of ballads in the past, and I love the ballads, but I personally felt like we needed more like
some up-tempo, you know?
Yeah. On our fans jumping around, having a good time.
Oh yeah, can't have them falling asleep.
Yeah, and so that drum just was just moving all the time to me. And one day, the melody kind of popped into my head, and it was a bit more dark. And I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of freaky." And I went in and played it for the guys. And I think it was our mixer Jason was like, "That sounds like Black Skinhead, bro." And
you're like, "Yeah."
So I played Black Skinhead. It literally was the same exact beats per minute, which was like freaky. Like,
and you didn't have any idea that just happened to be like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh my. Oh, and it was funny because I had that same drum going, but I was trying to add in all this percussion to really feel it, and Kanye's were insane.
Yeah.
What are the odds we can sample this? So I threw it in, sampled it. We kind of, twisted it and cut it up in the song now. But he actually cleared it, which was like please God, clear this because this song is magic,
Does it take a while to like find out if an artist has cleared his music or not, or is it like same day kind of stuff?
cleared it in about a week, I want to say. He got back and him. I mean, the thing was with this song too, it was him, Daft Punk, and like 12 writers. You know, it
Yeah.
was crazy.
So they had to get everybody, like
We had
everybody, like we're good.
you know, like out of respect, I would hope that that's how it was, and so I'm glad.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, getting a thumbs up was just that more of like a, oh shit, this is really like,
We
this
can
is
make this happen. Let's go.
yeah.
So, all right. So you started to lead with Fallen. Obviously, is that kind of like the vibe of the whole album? Is it like all up tempo? You guys switch it up a little bit, or?
The best way my brother put it in good terms. He went. You know, he always says he plays it when he goes on a run.
Yeah.
And he came home one day and he was like, "This whole album is bouncy." I was like, "Interesting."
Okay.
And
Okay.
listen to it. It's just, I mean, there's a song about anxiety that's slower, and there's
Okay.
a ballad in there that has some real. It's got some real
It's gonna get beautiful up in there.
and everything. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, but a good majority of the album is very like bouncy and energetic or just feel good and like I feel like in quarantine especially we really were like what do we want out of music right now? And to me it's like the hope that one day I could listen to this song live. Like to me a good example of a song I love right now is Mood 24
Yeah. Blowing up.
your it just makes you feel good and I literally feel like if I'm in my car in my room I can bump it and pretend I'm at the beach
Oh yeah.
summertime setting, you know, like that's the type of like vibe I guess, you know, with our own, you know, twist on it. That's the kind of vibe we were going for.
No, I mean it's a good vibe to go. It's a huge song, and that actually makes me want to bring this up. So obviously, Mood. So many songs popping off on TikTok. I know you guys have a presence on TikTok. Do you feel like you need to kind of come up with certain lines or certain kind of styles that would be help you blow up as like a challenge on TikTok at all?
I mean, I leave it to the fans. I think we all do to if they want to make something out of it, they will.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest.
So
I
we
have
won't
like
see
a
any videos
vault.
of, you know,
I got pure
we
boredom
won't see any
as I
videos
know.
of you hitting the.
No, but I mean, I know a lot of producers do this when they're bored now. When I'm bored, I'll make like TikTok edits to our songs. And I got some
Oh.
hanging TikTok edits that just are sitting in my file, and I'm like, I don't know if I can put this out, but
How do we get? Yeah. How do we get our hands on those? What is going on with that? There we go.
I don't know. Maybe next single we'll drop a TikTok edit. I don't know.
There. Yeah. Right. And like
I'm
you know,
new to
damn the label.
TikTok.
We don't care. Let's go.
I just put up like my first TikTok on the band account showing how I produced it, and all the comments are like, "Daniel's a talker now."
Yo.
They don't even care about me producing the song now. I was just like, "Look, he's on TikTok now." So,
like you're like you. It's like I mean, not no shade to any TikToker because like obviously if you're doing it, you're getting the views. Like that's great. But it's like you have this musical talent, and all they care about is that you're able to hit the TikTok.
yeah, no, I can't hit the WAP like some of these kids, you know.
I'm so dead. Yeah. Did you at least try it? Have you attempted it?
I mean,
You might have to open up those drafts real quick. That's all.
yeah, honestly, I hope no one hacks our account or anything. That would suck.
Damn. Well, good. Did you guys look happy? I mean, obviously, super excited to be back. Was it weird? Like, I mean, I know you guys were on doing your hiatus, taking your time doing it. Was it weird not being able to respond? Like, was there a time where you almost like were you guys because like didn't you guys go silent on social media? You weren't really able to like tweet at people or like do anything public. Was it like were there times where you almost broke and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think the hardest part was not being able to talk to all the fans because, you know, I mean, especially when we started working on the music, it was like this excitement goes over you and you just want to I wanted to leak our music at one point. Like I was so serious. Like I was like, I'm just going to leak it. It's been too long, especially when COVID hit. I was over it. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to hear this music. It's like almost not fair to them. But you know, COVID, I don't think was fair to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
But especially international fans, that was tough because we had this app where we could text fans, but it was only in the U.S.
Oh.
We didn't realize that it was only in the U.S., so international fans weren't part of that. But I mean, there was a good side to being off my phone where you know how it tells you like how long you're on your phone.
Oh, I hate when that stream time message comes in. I'm like, oh, 10 hours. Oh.
Yeah, no, literally. I was like, this is half my day I've been on my phone. Um, and being off of it, I literally deleted all the apps, and the only app I really had was text and email.
Dang.
Um,
Okay.
and it was nice, because I was keeping up with people like my mom and my close friends and my dad and family and all that. But outside of that, it was kind of nice to like rejuvenate the brain.
Right. Get a little R&R away.
For cliche, but as cliche as it is, it was nice. And like I
Yeah,
said,
of course.
go do it. It's nice.
Was there I mean, I know it's not like you're, some old fart that's like in his 80s, but like was there anybody that maybe you kind of lost track with and you were able to reconnect because of COVID? Like anybody like or people?
Um, yes, and on top of that, I would say, um, when we were on the road, we were out there for 3 years, and
Yeah.
life isn't real on the road. I'll tell you that much right now. It's literally like kind of a fantasy world of time doesn't exist. You're in a different city every day, or state, or country. Um, and like you're on this high of obviously like you have fans, you have the
Yeah.
shows every night, and it's just like this. You're in like this dream state, and like honestly, I
Ooh.
like a high on adrenaline. Like you're literally
Oh
on
yeah.
for 3 years straight. We were, and you get used to being on adrenaline more than uh, being in normal life. I feel like, and
Yeah.
coming home was weird at first, because you suddenly uh, had to like I was doing my laundry again. I was like being poor me.
Wait, I gotta do this
I
now? What the
normal kid again. But what was weird was that like for whatever reason that was like suddenly hard for me, and I was almost like, "What's wrong with you, bro? Like,
Yeah.
why is this more tough than like being out there?" But the thing is, you're kind of just like handed a lot out there, and
Yeah.
here, and doing laundry, that's not hard, but more so the social aspect. Going back to what you were saying, being like, I realized I wasn't reaching out to my mom and dad enough and letting them know I love them.
Right?
They're
Oh man.
that because they love me. It stuck out for me like, oh my goodness, I need to like. It taught me like the people that matter are the people you need to keep in touch with. And I would say for anybody, like, it's again kind of cliche to be like, let that person know you love them, but it's a real thing. Like,
It's true.
and you don't gotta just be straight up like I love you, but even just like asking them how they're doing and like,
Yeah.
taking interest in somebody else is huge. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta.
That's I love. Well, dude, honestly, one of the first things I said when I first heard Fallen was I was like, wow, these guys kind of not that you were like not grown up or anything before, but it kind of seems like you've taken a step towards more like maybe a mature approach. And I'm like
Uh,
talking to you now. It not
thanks.
that you guys were ever like crazy, but like it's like I feel like I'm talking to like a professor right now. Like you're just so calm, cool, collected. Maybe more of like the PE guy because you're so jacked nowadays. But it's just like it's incredible, guys, and I'm happy you guys are back. Like as honestly, as a fan for so long, I'm glad that we got Fallen back. I'm excited for the album. Is there anything? Obviously, you guys have a huge following, but if there's one kind of like lead in for the for the limelights out there for all the
Yeah.
YWers, what would you say to expect? Like, what can they expect from this album? Like, what should they be expecting?
I want to tell you something I haven't told anyone because I love you, Ethan.
Oh my God, Daniel, give this to me right now, baby. Let's
Uh,
go.
um, uh, what's a good one? We got one that's very.
Oh, you broke up there. There we go.
We got one that's very PCH vibes, driving down the PCH. I think
Ooh.
potentially
Okay.
potentially be a single. Kind of has like a Jaden Smith inspiration to
All
it. That one really special. Like same feeling that we got with Fallen, we got with this one. So that would
Hell
be.
yeah. Was this
And
was this a COVID song or was this a pre-COVID?
this was a COVID song too.
Hell yeah. All right,
Um,
so we know it's that new stuff.
yeah. And then man, one of the songs we wrote 2 years ago in London. Shout out London. We
Hey.
wrote right after the show in hopes that it would be kind of a show ender, and there's one that's just epic and like huge sound.
All
So
right. All
it's so
right, dude.
what's that? Dabbling Dana said, "What's PCH?" PCH is like this road to Malibu in California that people drive down it for good vibes, I guess, because you drive down the beach the whole
Yeah.
time. But yeah, yeah.
Picturesque LA SoCal vibes, basically, is PCA.
Feel good song. That one will be sick.
Beautiful. Dude, well, I appreciate the little exclusive right there. I know that's got people jumping in the comments right now. So there is one last thing I have to do, because I did promise people that were tuning in that I would shout one of them out to you, because I know how much they love you. So that's going to be Addison Hopkins. She is send_the_Addie, ADDIE, Addison. So she loves you. She just wants to say hi. She's happy that you're looking healthy and strong, and she's excited for this new era. Why don't we, my guy? Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for taking the time. And dude, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this COVID to end, get you guys back down here, have my ears blown off from your concerts, all the screams. I'm ready for it to be back, dude.
All right. Love you, brother.
See you, dude.
See you later.
Bye.